All right, hi folks, it's Wiley here once again, and I've got this copy of one of my drawings in front of me. This is of the Phoenix restaurant in historic Ellicott City. The local government is planning to tear this building down, even though it dates from, oh, I don't know, 1845, 48, somewhere in there. And then also I have been approached by, here I'm tearing the cardboard apart, this company by Viviva, I guess I'm pronouncing that right, and they've given me these little sheets, these little booklets of colors. I guess they're for traveling, and I don't feel like I can give a review of them until oh, look at that nice peacock blue, until I've used them. So I'm just going to tear right in. I'll review this later. This is a sketchbook, and here is their other type of watercolor set. This is a set of nice solid, in here somewhere. It's so beautifully packaged. Nice little set of watercolors in a cork holder. And I think this is where you mix your palette or mix your paints. So, all that being said, I'm just gonna dive straight in and paint, because that's how we do things. So what you do is just apparently just kind of touch this, a little bit of water to these panels. Let's find a nice green. Yeah, because this is a green building. Persian blue, I don't know, oh yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to get the colors correct in this. This is supposed to be a green building, but you know, I'm just here showing you how easy it is to do watercolor using these little kits. And the deal with watercolor in me is I teach at a local senior center, and I'm actually planning to use these Viviva color sets, because they're very inexpensive, they're very easy to use, and I believe I'll try to teach with them. We'll see how it goes. Not a little too strong, so yeah, it's going to be a mess, isn't it? Yeah. That's one of the things with watercolor that I try to get across to people is you don't need to worry so much about where the paint is going to go. Everyone frets over watercolor. If I say, oh, we're going to do watercolor, everyone just goes, oh my God, watercolor, I'm afraid. So my message is, I'm mixing on my, you can't see, but I'm mixing on my tabletop. It's you know, with watercolor, like anything else, you just have to dive in, not be afraid, have a little fun with it, and just keep going. Yeah, let's see if I can find some yellow. Chrome yellow. Looks a little bit more like orange, but what the hell? We'll see what. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Add some of that in here to get that green color. Because as you can see with watercolor, you can overlay, and if you don't brush it out too much, you'll get a nice bit of color. If you brush too much, you'll bring a lot of the blue, or whatever the undercolor is, you'll bring a lot of it up into the second color, and you know, that may not be what the effect that you want is. So we just keep going. Keep going. Look how loosely I'm holding the brush. You know, again, this is not a drawing medium for me. I mean, it kind of is, but in this case, it isn't. In other words, when I do my regular watercolors, I'm very tedious. I usually do a very tedious pencil drawing and take a lot of trouble to you know, do meticulous work is what it ends up being. But with something like this, I just want to be free, get the colors down, have some fun, not worried. Let's see, how about a nice sky color of some kind? Don't know what peacock blue is going to be. And whatever is. I'm just going to go real easy with it. Throw some color in there. Throw the sky in as quickly as I can. And you'll also note that I don't necessarily go back and try to fuss over every little white spot in the paper that might be left unattended, because you don't really need to do that. All right, let's see, I've got a little smaller brush here somewhere. Back to some green. Light green, let's try a little bit of light green for these trees. These are just trees off in the background. So take a little bit more care. Once again, look how loosely I'm holding the brush, because you don't really need to, you don't need to tighten up with a pencil like you were taught in first grade or kindergarten, wherever you were taught that. Gotta loosen up. These paints are very intense. They're very strong, and they go a long way. Just got to get a little bit of color on your brush, add some water, and keep going. Now that I've got that green, I like it. I clean up this building a little bit, because this building really is a kind of a blue-green building. And we got the lights on one side, the darks on the other. Let's see. How about that? How about that red roof? We got to do something with the red roof. This is a metal roof. You don't see these around anymore. So we'll just put a little red on there, a little bit too strong, of course. But you all know what I'm going to do by now. I'm just going to go and get a little bit of yellow. If I can find it. Yeah, here we go. Add a little yellow to that to orange it up, to make it more like it is in the real world. All right, let's see. Back to a little shadow on this side of the chimney. And let's see, need some more yellow. Yellow ochre, that's what I need. One of my favorite colors. There we go. And that's the color of this trim. So we just carefully run around the edges, paint the trim. Take your time with this, because, you know, something like the trim requires just a little bit more of a careful approach. Doors and windows, all the same yellow color. See, this is what happens. I start painting and then I forget to talk. So just bear with me while I run around here, do some cleanup. Let's see that. Put some green over top of this telephone pole, make it more like the green will counteract the red, make it a brown, as you can see. And over here, I'll put the green down first. And And some red. In fact, we'll just go looking for some burnt sienna. There, we found the red. We'll use that. Paint the columns in. These are like cast iron columns here. Oh, a little too strong. One. Let's see, where's the other ones here? One here. And so forth. All right, there we go. All right, and then for the windows, I'm going to go back to a little bit of blue, a little bit of water, because windows generally are going to reflect the sky color. So we put that little blue in the window, all the glass. And again, a very quick, rough demo, you know, to get the idea, to get the feel for how these colors work. And like I said, they're very strong. So you got to water them down a little bit here and there. But very effective. Look how that blue, that dark sky color in the windows works against the body color of the building. All right, oh, over here, yep, okay. And then we have all this iron filigree. So we're gonna do a light wash of black, just to kind of get that dark there. All these beautiful cast iron railings, all being torn down, so that's why you'll see me painting this building quite a lot lately. Trying to record the best of it before it's gone. Okay, let's see, a little bit of dark on the light here. Yeah. What else we gotta do? We gotta get a little red in right there on that roof. A little bit of green just to tuck that in. And then just whatever we have here, a little bit of green wash. Switch to a larger brush. Just a little green, because we want some gray down here, and we're digging some red. We'll stick some red in there. No problem. They kind of cancel each other out, make a kind of a gray. Let's see, what else do we have to deal with here? A little bit of green right in there. A little blue under here for shadow. We make these are under, like an overhang. So we have to strengthen those up a little bit, strengthen these darks underneath here. See how that works? And again, these colors just play well together. Darken this side. I'm making it as if my sunlight is coming from the left here. All right, so, oh, let's see. We got the stairs in here. I think that's a little bit of yellow ochre again. Got the railings. And all the stairs. Darken this side up a little bit. This side of the trim. little bit more green here. And let's see, just a little bit of green on the bottom. I don't think I'm using these quite right. I think you're supposed to be a little more careful, but being careful is not something I do very well. So I'll learn it. I'll figure it out. Okay, let's see. And then we just kind of pick around the edges a little bit. Let's see, darkening some things. A little shadow under that roof edge. Dark on these. Dark on this side of the dormers. And maybe a little shadow on the roof here and there, and certainly near the chimney. And I think that's about it. So, happy painting. I will do something else again with these colors. Anyway, I use their color sheets, which are very easy. And I think I do better with these if I take these out and use them in the field, you know, when I'm doing plein air painting. So there you have it. So happy painting.